Now is Congressman Warren Davidson, a Republican from Ohio. Thank you so much for being with us. This ethanol blend that President Biden is now touting, it's only going to be available, as Marley was saying, at a percentage of gas stations. What are your thoughts on this plan to lower gas prices from the administration?
Well, look, it's good that he finally took some sort of ownership over his policies and the impact on energy. And ethanol mixtures aren't the number one driver. Frankly, one of the challenges when I've spoken, Marathon is a big Ohio-based company. Speedway stations are based in the 8th District of Ohio, recently bought by 7-Eleven. And when I talk with them about the challenges of dispensing E15, they have equipment problems when you go above a certain percentage of ethanol. So a lot of places are going to be reluctant to put that into all of their same equipment. There are some concerns that over time, that it has a bigger impact if you don't spend the money on the upgrades. So there may be some people that just opt not to put E15 out into the marketplace. Ethanol already accounts for about 50% of the corn in the United States. It highlights one of the problems with this transition to electric vehicles. Agriculture in America would be significantly disrupted because we've already made farmers incredibly dependent upon, ethanol as a source for their product.
Yeah, for corn, because corn is used to create ethanol. But it just seems like we are still in this stage of kind of being in denial in one sense. How can we lower gas prices for the everyday customer that actually makes some significant impact? Let's move on. You're on the House Financial Services Committee. Let's talk about the fact that inflation is so high. What do we need to do as a nation?
Well, look, I created the Sound Money Caucus in July of 2020. And the reason was, we did the initial stimulus to deal with COVID, $2.3 trillion. And we realized that didn't even put a dent in the appetite of our colleagues' desire to spend money and concurrently close things in our economy. So, and when you say spend money, it wasn't like we had tax revenue there. It wasn't like we even had a lender. It was just poof, let's create the money. And it showed up on the Federal Reserve's balance sheet. So this is known as monetary inflation. It quickly inflated asset prices, and people felt happy about that for a time. And they think, oh, my retirement savings are going up, and it doesn't drive current consumptions. But eventually it flows through, and you're seeing it big time in consumer prices. And so a lot of us were trying to say, no, you don't need these additional spending packages. What you need to do is open up the economy. And those calls unfortunately fell on deaf ears, but it's predictable. Milton Friedman won a Nobel Prize for this quantity theory of money, and showing, inflation is always a monetary phenomenon.
Well, I have one more question for you. Is a recession avoidable? I think a lot of people want to know the answer to this.
It is avoidable, but I think a lot of people are concerned that, the way that the Fed is going about it, if they go in, 50% or 50 basis point hike, I've already talked to home builders, and while their current orders are, of course, being filled, there is some concern about new demand as mortgage rates are above 5% in a lot of places at this point. So you're going to see a tapering of consumer demand, which is one of the things that you want. One of the problems is you look at places like the Securities and Exchange Commission. They've made it almost impossible for retail investors to save, to pull money out of the economy and get a return on that money. So if you just put it in a traditional savings account, there's nothing there for you. And so you either create asset bubbles by putting it into the stock market, or you drive consumption. We really need to get back to a savings rate. And that's two parts. One, protecting the ability for retail investors to earn returns outside of the market. And, dealing with the Federal Reserve's control of the interest rates so that there's actually demand for saving.
Food for thought. Congressman Davidson, thank you for being with us. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.